Hello and welcome, and thanks for joining me today. I'm going to join a modern daily event today, not standard. I've put together what's been called Boggles or Hexproof. And if you're not familiar with the deck, I played before, but it's been a while, so I'm going to try it out again. It plays cards like Gladecover Scout and Slippery Boggle, which are both ones with Hexproof, so the opponent can't target them. And we're just going to try to put a bunch of auras on them, make them big and terrible, and just to crush our opponent. And so those are our creatures plus 2 core spirit dancers, which allows us to draw a card whenever we play an aura. And then if you're brave enough to put auras on itself, it gets bigger for each aura you attach. It's better like after game 1 because I usually sideboard out the removal. So it's kind of like vulnerable there, but it's still very powerful. So some of the key auras in the deck, we have Ethereal Armor, which pumps it +1/+1 for each enchantment I have, so which is crazy. So like usually it's like 3 or 4. And then Daybreak Coronet, which just got reprinted in Modern Masters. It was like a $20 card, and now it's like a $1 card. So it makes this deck a lot more affordable. Probably the most expensive part of the deck is there's 4 Horizon Canopies. But besides that, the deck's that's like half the deck price. So if you get past that, the rest of the deck's fairly cheap. So Coronet gives it +3/+3, lifelink, vigilance, and first strike, only if there's already an aura on it. We also have Umbras. We have Hyena Umbra and Spider Umbra. They give them like little abilities, but had to get totem armor. So when the creature would die, instead just the armor dies, just the Umbra. And then we also have 4 Rancor, which is great. +2/+1 trample and comes back. We have Spirit Mantle, which gives our creature protection from creatures, so they're unblockable. Unflinching Courage gives us more lifelink. We're also playing Spirit Link, which was printed originally way back in the day before lifelink was a keyword. So they made all those cards just say that what enchant creature deals damage, gain much life, instead of actually having lifelink. So Spirit Link actually doubles if you have a Coronet, you'll gain your lifelink damage, and then this will trigger after you've dealt the damage, so you gain twice as much. So it's pretty nice. And we have 2 Path to Exiles for main deck removal. And like I said, for the mana base we have 4 Horizon Canopies, a forest, 2 plains, 6 fetch lands that all get green sources. And the reason for that is we're also playing 1 Dryad Arbor, which helps us to get creature when we don't have one, but more often not just to play around edict effects like Liliana. We go to edict and we fetch out that, and then that dies instead of our big creature. 4 Razorverge Thickets and 2 Temple Gardens. So that's the main deck. Very straightforward. We're just trying to make a giant guy and kill him. In the sideboard, we have 4 Leyline Sanctities for like red and Jund. Any player that can play edict effects. The other 2 Path Exiles, Rest in Peace for graveyards, Stony Silence for artifacts, Core Firewalker for more red, 2 Nature's Claims for enchantments or artifacts we want to deal with, like Spellskite, 1 Malira for Infect, and then 2 Chokes for blue decks. So I think this deck might be well positioned right now because Grixis Delver and Grixis Control are very popular decks right now. They actually don't run any main deck edict effects. They don't play Liliana usually. So it allows us to just kind of have a good matchup versus them. It's not a bad matchup versus the Collective Company decks. They can't interact too well, so as long as we can kill them before they combo, we're in great shape. And Jund's also getting more popular again, and this deck was very good when Jund was popular. It's hard for them to interact. Their deck's kind of clunky, and as long as you can play around Liliana, you should be fine. And online, especially this deck seems like a good choice because it's like a red's one of the more popular decks, and this deck has an insane mono red matchup. So the fact that you can get giant hexproof creatures they can't deal with, and then you have 4 ley lines in the sideboard just makes it very favorable. One thing I think they have to look out for though, this deck seems pretty terrible against Tron. Both Oblivion Stone and Ugin and Karn are all Karn not as much, but definitely Ugin can just wipe the board. They just have to -1 to get rid of our guy, then the auras fall off, so it's like really bad. But if you can dodge Tron and play against a lot of red and Grixis and Jund, I think you should have a good time. And we're going to try to do that in this daily. Alright, it's round 1. And we're on the draw, our opponent mulligan. This hand's fine. Can't ask for much more. We have some Bogles and some Ethereal Armors and Rancor. And we have fetch land if we need to play around on Liliana, so we can keep this. Swamp. Thoughtseize. Okay, our hand's pretty Thoughtseize proof. Like usually the deck doesn't have 2 creatures in the opening hand. You get the mulligan somewhat often, just to try to find one usually. And the fact that we have 2 is perfect. We're just gonna lead off with the Horizon Canopy on our turn and play the Boggle. Because of the 2, he might take Ethereal Armor, that or Rancor. It depends on his hand, but usually Ethereal Armor is a little bit scarier than Rancor. Or if he has like a Liliana and he's going to try to get me, he might take a Boggle, if it's Jund, or deck with Liliana. Or maybe it's Smallpox, who knows, but we'll see. Smallpox would be a really bad matchup for us. There's so many edicts, so much discard. Anyway, so he took the Rancor, okay. Alright, so we even drew another creature. So we'll play our Slippery Boggle. Say go. So it is Jund. Okay, Dark Confident. We're going to play around Liliana. We're just going to play 2 creatures. We don't need to fetch up a Dryad Arbor. So I'm going to go fetch just the plains here. I don't think we need to take the extra 2. And that plane should be fine. So go like this. Or not play that one, play the Boggle. Attack for 2. So Polo has 3 cards in hand because he mulliganed. But this Dark Confidence will keep him in the game. Oh. He revealed Abrupt Decay, which is not bad. It's actually one of their things they can interact with us. Like Abrupt Decay and Ethereal Armor is going to be pretty good for him here. That's not really what we want to see. So we'll just go all in on 1. Probably Abrupt Decay and Ethereal Armor. So he's taking 5 this turn to 9. Let's attack both. Kind of like him having Dark Confident play because some of his cards are dead that it's just going to be nice for us to have him take extra damage. So Abrupt Decay and Armor, he'll take 5. So he's in 9. Or 8, yeah. So we're just going to play this tapped. He doesn't know what this is. And we'll just say go. Alright, draws a Verdant. Our turn, apply Break Horizon Canopy. So this isn't the biggest creature. There is 4 card types in the graveyard. Enchantment, land, creature, or not creature, instant. Okay, they no attacks. Maybe it's time to diversify because he's like in chump block mode. I'm okay attacking with both here. We just lose the Spider Umbra. If he blocks a small one, then he goes to 3. Effectively 2 because of the fetch land. Another Abrupt Decay. Ooh, okay, that's actually really good for him. Guess we just play our last guy. Say go. So he's at 5 now. We really need to draw something because now, like, our creatures aren't big enough to get through anything. So if he plays a... Oh. Scavenging is okay, just a 3/3. Let's draw a card. Okay. that's okay. So we'll attack for 3 here. I'm not gonna suicide or other boggles in yet because he can block those and eat them and gain more life. I'm gonna hold this fetch land around for a Dryad Arbor. That might become useful later. We've already seen that. So he's probably gonna eat his Dark Confidant here. Yep. This goes up to 3, it goes back to 2. So we've had an okay draw. Jun's actually one of our better matchups, I feel, especially after sideboard, and the ley lines give us a lot of game. Okay. So his plan here is just to chump block. I think we're just going to play our Aura and say go. If he has a spot removal spell for his own Dark Confidant, then that's fine. I'm just going to say go. Let's see if he's dead. Yep, what did he reveal? Another Scavenging Ooze. Okay. So if we had attacked, he would have blocked with a Dark Confidant, removed it, gained a life, played another Scavenging Ooze, could block with that ooze, and then gain another life, so we wouldn't be close to killing him. So we're going to add our 4 ley lines. Rest in Peace I find is actually good in this matchup. And we could add the other Path Exiles, but I don't think they're necessary. Like the Rest in Peace kind of like functions as a path because it makes Scavenging Ooze terrible, and it turns off all the Tarmogoyfs. Some things I usually go either like the expensive spells like Unflinching Courage, or the Spider Umbras, because it's just like one of the weaker enchantments. I'll cut the Unflinching Courages just because they're 3 mana, and he's gonna be attacking our hand, so kind of empty it fast, and then I'll cut some Spider Umbras. I could also cut Spirit Dancers, because you'll probably leave an Abrupt Decay, so they're a little too risky. So we'll cut those. I mean, they're usually good. They can be good, but like they can't cut all their removal, especially Jund. They have so much removal, so we'll cut a Spider Umbra. I've actually played against Jund several times now, and Mulligan several times, and still have not drawn a ley line yet, and actually still been able to win. So let's hopefully just draw one and make it a lot easier for us. Because once we turn off because they're gonna rely on hand disruption to really get us, because they can't deal with our threats in play. If this was a real land, I could keep this hand, but we're gonna mulligan. We can keep this. It's really risky against a turn 1 hand disruption. We're dead. Yeah, that looks like what's gonna happen. Okay, Duress is not the end of the world. Our hand is super weak, so we need to draw just auras. This Horizon Canopy is at least lets us see another card. We do a land off the top. I'm gonna play the Horizon Canopy this turn. Actually, I need to play the Windswept Teeth in case he has Liliana. Oh, that was a good draw. So go like this, because it's something to do this turn. I've seen some Jund decks play like Jund Charm or Anger of the Gods, and the Umbras definitely, they do play around that. So our opponent's already at 15. So if he has Liliana, we just get to sacrifice a Dryad Arbor and then kill it. Or we also ignore it for a turn. That's always kind of risky. So let's go get it. So this is our tech. Boom. So obviously if he has another Liliana, this is really bad, and we just draw another land. I think we're going to kill Liliana. We can always just leave him play, like, but it's just so risky. He plays a creature, then he gets to eat it again next turn, because we didn't get through it. Oh, a second Liliana. That'll do it. I'm pretty close to conceding here. Let's just go 3 lands in our hand. Let's draw a card. So since we drew another creature, we're not dead yet. go like that, put Umbra on it. So if his hand's totally blank and he doesn't have a land to animate Rage Ravine, we might have a chance. When he pluses here, just discard Windswept Heath. Let's see what he discard. It's Lightning Bolt, okay. So yeah, Spirit Dancer's not that good if you're keeping... Oh my gosh, that's a big Tarmogoyf. So if we draw Rest in Peace or Path... Okay. Yeah, we're just going to concede this game. Let's begin sideboarding. Rest in Peace would have been fine because you have to chump block with like the Fangs and it dies. Maybe we do want Path. Yeah, I'll probably will last some Spider Umbras. Now we know it's Kitchen Fangs, but it just buys them so much time if we don't have Trample. And we took out the Unflinching Courages, which it was like we have Rancors, but then we don't have any other way to get Trample. So we're gonna play first. All right, we can keep this. We got a Scout, we got a Rancor, a Spirit Mantle, and a Leyline. And we're on the play, and our opponent's already mulliganed once. Boom. So we're in great shape, and we have a Path just in case anything goes wrong. So yeah, we'll see the true power of Leyline, see if it actually holds up to what I've been saying. Treetop Village, okay. We're just gonna fetch out Plains here. And the Ethereal Armor counts the Leyline, so we're already attacking for 6. And then Spirit Mantle makes it so we can't jump block anymore. And that adds 2 more. Just we're attacking for 8. Oh, another Spirit Mantle. So yeah, we're in great shape. So he's dead next turn, unless he can somehow kill this. Reveal to Duress. So yeah, this card is very good against Jund. Because they can't kill your creatures, and then they can't edict you or duress you or Thoughtseize you or do anything like that. And this is out of any kind of range of damage. I can't... There could be something they're playing that I'm not thinking of. Maybe like a Merciless Execution type effect where each player sacrifices a creature. But outside of that, he should be dead this turn. So he's thinking about it. Feeling it out, see if that's true. I'm going to go ahead and pause it for you guys until it comes back. Oh, wait, never mind. He just conceded. Perfect. Yeah, next turn was, oh, we finally get to Daybreak and give it Vigilance, so he came in attacking to us, and he's already dead. Well, that's how the Jund matchup usually plays out. It's pretty favorable for us, unless we have like what happened in Game 2, where we just mulligan and they have lots of disruption. Alright, so we start off the daily 1-0. It's round 2, and we get to go first. Alright, this hand's a 1-lander, so it's risky, but we have a 1-drop and 3 1-casting costs, auras, plus 2 coronets. So if we draw 1 land, we can go Scout into 2 of these into coronets. I'm going to keep it. It's risky, but we have a couple turns to get there. Coronet can make a lot of lost ground. Our opponent mulligan once. Let's go like this. So you're just looking for a land off the top. Basic swamp from our opponent. Alright, perfect. So hopefully they don't have Lilianas. So we're going all in. All in all the time. Hopefully we can just draw like a fetch line next turn. That'd be pretty insane. Or just a Boggle. Or just like another basic swamp. We'll throw a cornet out there. We thought 3 auras, so our next creature will be pretty good. So no Liliana, and I think we have a close to lethal next turn. So this will add nothing. Alright, let's go for it, I guess. So this is lethal if it doesn't have an edict. Okay, I don't know what we're playing against, but I'm gonna bring in ley lines. It seems like it could be good here. Just 3 basic swamps, and we'll take out maybe the Courages and the Spirit Dancers. No, I think Spirit Dancer might be good here. We can probably get some value off it. We'll take out some Spider Umbros. Alright, well. Sometimes you just goldfish your opponent out of the game, and that's what happened. So we're on the draw. And this hand's okay, like the last hand, which need a land. Kinda wish we had a ley line here, but that's okay. Oh, Inquisition. Alright, so we might be losing this game. Don't take our scout. At least we can see what's going on now. It might be right to try mulligan to ley line these kind of matchups. Just because it just do so much work. Maybe it was like a rack deck and he just like couldn't do anything. We didn't even play a discard spell last game, so that's so bizarre. Nighthawk. Okay. Feel like that's good for me. So this game's obviously going terrible. Draft Messenger, so Mono Black Devotion maybe? Alright, well, Lily John nothing. So we're going to 11. I think we really, like, if we draw a creature next turn, it might be in okay shape. We're going to 9. So yeah, we need to draw a creature this turn, else we're dead. And we failed to do it. Yeah, let's go ahead and concede. Okay. Oh, my opponent revealed their hand. Demigod of Revenge, Grey Merchant, Dismember. Okay, so maybe I don't want ley lines. I mean, they could have Liliana. So I definitely want Path. I don't want Spirit Dancers, I guess. Maybe I don't want Leyline. Definitely want Path. We'll just put back these in. Interesting. Yes. Alright, we can keep this. We can have a fetch line to play around Liliana, if that's a real thing. I guess we gotta play. Well, we actually have to get a white source. So that's not a thing quite yet. Oh, actually, I'm gonna play Spirit Dancer and we'll see how that goes this game. You don't get to play it that much. So we'll find out if it's actually worth it. If it survives, we could draw it to like 2 cards immediately. So yeah, I was trying to jam stuff on this Boggle. I guess we'll just go Rancor first. We'll draw a card. And we'll play Heath. Attack for 4. And we'll just hold this up for now. Say go. I really do need to go white source, but I wouldn't mind like. I think it's probably just better get the white source. Blood gas. Okay, that's not gonna be good for our opponent. I'm just gonna get a tap Temple Garden. Play Cornets. So us drawing the 1/4 kind of hurt us because we can be playing more auras. I'll just play another dude. Let's say go. So you're dealing more damage if you put the auras on the Spirit Dancer, because it pumps for each aura on it. But this is a lot safer. Ooh, Phyrexian Obliterator, okay. So we're just gonna go like this. We have infinite ways to kill our opponents. Just try to go big. Gotta go big. So yes, he didn't have removal, so our Spirit Dancer was crazy this game. Alright, playing against Mono Black Devotion, and got there. So that was a pretty easy 2-0, not much to talk about that match. Alright, it's time for round 3, we're on the draw again. This hand's fine. Kind of straight another white source for this Daybreak Cornet, but we can go Scout into Spirit Dancer, Rancor, draw, Hyena, draw. So we'll see how this goes. Our opponent kept their 7. Wooded Foothills. Basic Forest. Is that a Search for Tomorrow? Oh wow, so it's a Scapeshift. I think we have an okay Scapeshift match, especially if we have this Coronet down there. It'll be hard for them to win. This Temple Garden's pretty. We're gonna play that first. So depending on what he does this turn, no turn 2 play. Okay. Makes me just want to play Spirit Dancer and attack for 1. We're not gonna equip the Spirit Dancer, but we're just gonna draw cards with it, or put auras on it. We could, depending like. I guess he'll probably gonna get like a mountain here, or bolts here. Means we missed a turn of attacking, but I think we're still in okay shape. Yeah, so he's probably just gonna kill our Spirit Dancer now that he has a red source. No Pyroclasm? Chalice on 1. What in the world? Well, we get to cast auras. Yes. That's really awkward. Always yes. So we're just gonna cycle through these until we draw like another 2 mana enchantment that we're kinda sucks. So I don't know what we're playing against. At least all these are just like 1 mana draw a card. So we need to draw Spirit Mantle. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got 1. So we might still be okay. He's been missing land drops. And there's a Spirit Mantle. So we're just going to keep cycling these. Just say go, no attacks. So this still seems to be Scapeshift, so we just need to get like above. Let's say it's just red-green Scapeshift, so maybe we're going to have to get a pretty high life total, I think, to stay alive here. He's like ways off. He's been missing land drops, so another Elder, okay. So I currently don't have the 4th land. So he's just red green maybe, so maybe like he can't kill this if I pump it. So I have 2 options. I can play Spirit Mantle and hope to draw a land, or I can just so I can play Coronet, or I can just play Unflinching Courage. I'm just gonna do that. And we're just gonna do it on the here because it's gonna be more damage. I feel like that's gonna be harder for him to deal with. So we definitely have a chance to win this game still. Kind of awkward that we have our forest because we're gonna not be able to play it like a cornet and. Okay, so there's Valakut. Alright, so there's a white source. So how do I want to do this? Yeah, we're just gonna fetch out a white source. Hopefully we're not dead. So Spirit Mantle into Cornet. Actually, is that lethal? That should be lethal. Alright, ooh. Okay. So the turn 2, oh actually it was like turn 3, Chalice. Valakut. So do we want ley lines? Do we want nature's claims? I assume it's Primeval Titans, so we kind of want path. Maybe we don't want path just because it's like slow. And like if we're at that point in the game, we're gonna be dead anyways. Put in the nature's claims. Let's not play ley lines now. We'll just rely on our lifelink to hopefully get there. We'll try this out. Yeah, Spirit Dancer against the red-green deck is hard for them. Like once it's big enough, it's gonna be hard for them to get through. All right, so this hand's. Ooh, I guess Nature's Claim doesn't actually kill Chalice. I just realized because it costs 1. There's a Valakut. So we have triple Rancor, so hopefully it doesn't have Pyroclasm. Hopefully it doesn't have Chalice. Oh yeah, so that Chalice, so our Nature Claim doesn't really do anything, I feel like. Let's see what he's gonna do. Alright. Attack for 1. At least we have something to play. We got a Unflinching Courage. I'm not gonna, well I'm gonna fetch in turn, so we'll just get tapped on Temple Garden. So if we lose this game, at least we're gonna have to be on the play again and have a better chance of not just dying to Chalice. So does he have like Jun Charm? No, I'm just gonna tap land. So now we can play our Coronets. Our opponent's at 14 already. So we're gonna draw a card now. And that doesn't do anything. I think we're gonna pay 2 life to use the other Horizon Canopy. So we'll try to draw into a aura we can cast. Or a Spirit Dancer and just cycle all these Rancors and Umbras. So we can play Titan next turn. Or Through the Breach Titan now. Or Emrakul. Yeah, we're just gonna concede. Can't play our creatures, only lands. Alright. So yeah, that's a thing. Alright, let's look at our sideboard. Okay, so Chalice. We don't want Nature's Claims. That was not good. Where'd they go? Path seems bad. Choke doesn't do anything. Leylines don't seem like they're good enough. Guess we'll put Path in. And hope just to have like a really good hand. He doesn't have Chalice on 1 on turn 2. We're going to play first. Alright, we can keep it. We got This is a good hand on the play. Our opponent mulliganed. So we can go Scout into Armor Link. Oh, we mulligan to 5. And then we have Coronet, which gets by Chalice. So we're playing some odd decks today. Round 1 was Jund, but then Mono Black, Devotion, and this deck. That's a Through the Breach deck. I'm actually going to play Hyena Umbra. I'm not going to gain life this turn, but it gets more damage through. So attacking for 4, next turn we'll be attacking for 8 if we don't draw land. And he doesn't have and he doesn't have Chalice. Yeah, there's Chalice, okay. So let's go like this. So he's dead next turn. Say go. Doesn't have trample, so like he could just chump block with a Secure Tribe Elders. Alright. So I don't know what he could have here. I mean, he doesn't chant effect, it buys him time. Alright, well that's the that was that match. We beat some red-green Through the Breach deck with main deck Chalice, which he had every game. And the game is 1-3, it didn't matter. Alright, we're 3-0, and hopefully we can carry this on to the finals and go for. Welcome to the final round of our daily event. We won the dice roll, so we get to play first. And this hand's pretty sweet. Scout, double Ethereal Armor, even though it only has 1 land. It's awesome. Go ahead and keep it. Second land will obviously be good because we'll be attacking for 5 on turn 2, but we can manage for a little bit. Go ahead and get Temple Garden. Play our Scout and say go. So we really just want to draw like 2 lands off the top, be perfect. Catacombs makes me think it's Jund. Inquisition. Our hand's pretty Inquisition proof, which is nice. This means we probably won't be able to double the Ethereal Armor. He might not take that, he might take the Spirit Mantle. He took the path. Okay. Well, there's another armor. And hopefully he doesn't have Liliana, or hopefully we draw a fetch land by then. Next turn, that is. So yeah, this is like Jund. Goyf, okay. That is not a fetch land, but hopefully he doesn't have it. Just don't have it. So he jump block there because he can't next turn because of the Spirit Mantle. But he's fetching immediately, so it makes me think he has the Liliana, which isn't good for us. Obviously. Really wish this was a fetch land. Alright, so game 1 looks like it's going to be pretty tough. So, that was a good draw. We're going to discard Unflinching Courage to put the Mantle on it to kill Liliana. Nope. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. There goes our hand. So we need to draw like a Mantle this turn. So he had a pretty perfect draw against us. Double Goyf, Liliana. Yeah, we're dead. I'm just going to concede. Alright, we got royally crushed that game. If we had a fetch land, it would have been perfect, but we didn't. So let's go to sideboarding. So we want the 4 ley lines and the Stony Silence for sure. We'll cut these Unflinching Courages, just too slow. Not the Stony Silence, I meant Rest in Peace. Very similar, but obviously different. And we don't want the Spirit Dancers. We don't want. And we'll cut Spider Umbra. Like that. We could bring in paths. I'll bring in a path. Go up to 3. Let's see how that works out for us. So we get to be on the play again. Alright, this hand has a lot of fetch lands, and so we can play around Liliana. We can keep it. We're on the play, so we keep our guy. We don't have Leyline, unfortunately. We're just going to play this Temple Garden. And play our Scout and say go. So hopefully it doesn't have discard. Most likely will. Nope, just tap land. Okay, so what do we want to do here? I think I'm going to play, okay, playing Rancor or Spider Umbra. Like that. Or is Rancor Spirit Link? I kind of just want more damage. So we could have discard spell. No, nothing. Just the nothings. Okay, the Boggle's really good here. Means we can just go Spirit Link and play Boggle. I'll attack first. So he must have kept him a slow hand. He probably has an Abrupt Decay. Yeah, it's fine. And we gain 3 life. And then we'll play our Boggle. So you go. So Liliana is not even like a good play here. And okay, so let's see. Ooh, if he has a Golgari Charm, which is not too popular, but you'll see from time to time, we're gonna get pretty wrecked. Because you can just give our guys -1/-1. Or you can just have nothing. That's always good too. Okay, well, nothing yet. Probably another Abrupt Decay. Could have Jund Charm. That'd be really good. Oh my gosh. He did have Jund Charm. I jinxed myself. Ugh. So Abrupt Decay into Jund Charm. It's pretty perfect. So we're really far behind now. So got pretty unlucky against this Jund player. And Scavenging Ooze, okay. Scavenging Ooze, okay. Fill Armor, okay. What we can do is just like hopefully he taps out and then we get Dryad Arbor and go Armor, Rancor. It's attacking for 5. Gosh, Jund Charm, you don't see it that often. It probably is only a 1 of. Twilight Mire. Treetop, okay. He can double eat. Let's see if he does that now. If he does, we're just gonna path that. Let's see if he goes in the same guy. Nope. Alright, we'll just get rid of one of them. Alright, we'll get our Dryad Arbor. I hope he just hope he doesn't have Liliana. And just try to get in there with this. So if he has like no removal and this Coronet like gets in there, we're in great shape. So he draw another land, but he's paying 2 life. Oh, we just had it all. We didn't have a. We're just gonna concede. So I feel like this is a good matchup. We just got pretty unlucky these games. Our opponent had like the perfects against us. Rough Decay and a Jund Charm, and we didn't have a second toughness pump spell. We just and no other Umbra. I guess no Spider Umbra would have been good, but we didn't even draw our sideboard card, so like it's not like we would have drawn that instead. Alright, so we went 3-1. I think it's still a good showing. I think the deck's fine, and definitely a good candidate if you're looking to build modern on the cheaper side on Moto. Alright, thank you guys for watching.